So I just recorded like 10 minutes of talking, and I realized I hit the wrong record button, so it all got lost. Anyways, I wanted to make this video about the future of the channel because I think it's important, and a lot of people have been asking about a lot of things, and I can't answer them straight up. I'd rather answer them here because, you know, this is the channel where I talk about random shit, hence the name. But a lot of people have been asking about the Rivals content and where is it, you know, because I've uploaded like twice in 2 months and neither of it has been a Rivals video. I've not lost my passion for YouTube. I want to say that now. I know the uploads have been more scarce. That's not because I'm not passionate anymore. That's not because I don't give a shit. That's not because I just care less. And it's not because doing YouTube's harder or anything. If anything, it's actually the opposite recently. In all honesty, I haven't really enjoyed making a video, like all of it, since I think I uploaded Black Panther, or I worked on Black Panther. I think it's the last time I genuinely enjoyed making a video and none of it felt like a slog. And then the time before that was this one, Spider-Man. I look back on that video I've uploaded. I'm seeing the analytics. I'm still dumbfounded, genuinely confused. I don't know how they got my videos. But you guys genuinely have blown me away. I only shed like one tear. Don't give yourself too much credit. But seeing the support on that, it's honestly changed me. And I think it's finally starting to hit that I am where I'm in the position where most kids dream of. And I say most kids very literally because I was one of those kids. I was one of those kids fucking dreaming of having this job. And now I have it. And it's never hit me. When Star-Lord blew up, it didn't hit me. When Black Panther also did well, it didn't hit me. When all of my subsequent videos did pretty well, except for like 2, it didn't hit me. But then this started, and these last 2 videos have done incredibly well. Spider-Man is 1 out of 10 on my last 10 uploads by a far margin, by like almost 20K. No, wait, more than 20K. And I don't know how to react to that. And it's not in a negative way, it's just the reason I quit Rivals is because, don't get me wrong, I do think entertaining content is still a goal. I don't want to be boring, but I felt like those videos I was making was just purely entertainment, and there was no substance. You don't really feel anything when you watch a Rivals video of mine. You watch it, you finish it, you're done, right? And that's the same way I felt making them. I would watch it, or I would edit it, I would animate it, and I'd be done. And I would move on to the next one. I wouldn't give a shit. But, like, being able to make videos about something I care about has always been kind of the goal. That's kind of how it was with kind of Dead by Daylight. I mean, I do like the game then more than now. But it never felt like... I never got to feel like that I could make a video on something that really impacted me and I could talk about it. You know, like the Spider-Man video was pretty much the turning point. Now, Dying Light 2 doing well, that video doing well, is what made me finally pull the plug on Rivals content. I'll say that. That is what made me officially pull the plug. But what's giving me the passion again and the content for doing, and like the passion for content for doing this has been seeing Spider-Man. And not even just seeing the numbers, because like obviously the numbers are important. Seeing the analytics and seeing the money and the views, that's obviously important because, you know, lights are important and so is food. But it's also important to be proud of something you make. Like, I think that gets overlooked a lot. People, especially in this YouTube space, people just make shit and then they're like, oh, this will get the most views because it's a long video or this, and it's like, I can't agree with that. I can't see this job as a purely numbers thing. I gotta stop missing this shit. I can't stop seeing this job as a purely numbers thing and just not care about what I make. Like, I've wanted this job forever. Since I fucking became conscious, I would say. And I've watched people like High Top Films, someone I've watched a lot as a kid. I've watched people like White Light, huge inspiration. I remember staying up until like 5 a.m. rewatching White Light's fucking Watchdog videos over and over and over again. And I just when I would play like The Witcher or something. And it's these videos, they made an impact to me. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Vanos Crew shit also made an impact on me. brought me out of some really dark places. But those types of videos, like High Top's Batman video or White Light's Watch Dogs video, they made me feel something. They made me care about the thing they were talking about. And I think where I want to go as a creator, that is what's more important to me than just purely haha funny. Don't get me wrong. I think I'm pretty funny. But like, that's not the end goal for me anymore. My videos are still going to have the constant humor because that's just who I am. That's how I want to write. That's the kind of person, creator I want to be. But I think it's also important for me, at least. I'm not saying that there's one right way to be a YouTuber, but for me, as a creator that I want to be, when I look back and I see the content that I make, I want it to make an impact. I want to feel like I did something important and I talked about something that I cared about, something that I could be proud of, and something that genuinely affected me, something that I'm connected to. Like, that's the reason I'm doing Arkham City next, because I was raised on that fucking game. And Batman is one of my favorite characters. Less than Superman, but still, like, he's still one of my favorite characters, and I think there's so much to learn from analyzing that game, so that's what I want to do. And that's made me so happy and just freed me creatively, because when I was doing Rivals, I would break away, right? I would do like a Battlefront video, and it would hit like 30k views. And then I would upload a Rivals video, and it would hit over 100k. I was like, I can't just only make Battlefront videos or videos I want to make on, because, you know, I can't stay full time, and I'll have to do that. But now, putting in this effort and switching up my content to be a little longer, more detailed, and more thoughtful, and seeing the response to that has given me the confidence to make something that I can believe in, something that I care about, something that, at the end of the day, I can look back and say I'm proud of that video, and that video doing well is deserved. Because for the most part, I've never felt that. I've always felt like an imposter. Every single time I've uploaded a video and it's done well, I felt like I didn't deserve it. But now, with Spider-Man, I feel like I could genuinely care about something I'm doing. You know, like, I could look back on it and give a shit. And I could look back and I'm sorry, I'm mining and thinking, but I can make something, and I can look back on it, and I can go to bed knowing that I did something that I cared about, knowing that I did something that mattered, not just to me, but apparently to a lot of other people. And at the end of the day, I think that's what's most important. Maybe it's not the most important to other people, but to me, that's what's most important. Being able to create something you care about, being able to talk about something you care about, and for people to want to watch that, and for people to watch that, it's the best feeling in the world. I wish I could sit here and tell you exactly how it felt. I wish I could compare it to something. 'Cause usually I'm really good at analogies, but there is nothing. I think creative fulfillment is something I've always searched for in my life, whether it be through my art, through anything. And I've never had it. I've always felt like an imposter. I've always felt like every effort I've ever done has been on the back of someone else, because I take inspiration, obviously. Because there's other people I look forward to. There's other people I look up to. There's other people that I take inspiration from, I take ideas from, and I try to mold that into my own thing. And I've always felt like I wasn't worth the success. I've always felt like I didn't deserve it. But now, because I'm not, I feel like I do. And a big part of that was, I always thought my success was not from my talent, that I thought I didn't have any talent. I thought that I just made dumb videos and people watched them because it was a game that was popular, Marvel Rivals. But now that I'm breaking off from that, and now that I'm doing stuff and talking about things that are just honestly a little random, and things that I care about, and I'm able to spend a month on a video, and I come back and people are still watching that, it was terrifying. And not terrifying. Before it was terrifying. After it happened, it was great. But like uploading that video, that Dying Light 2 video was one of the most stressful days of my life. The actual stressful day of my life was like 2 days ago when I was making the thumbnail for Spider-Man, because I had to remake it because I didn't like it. And I'm going to talk about this more in the Arkham City video because it's kind of on brand. But the hardest thing is not making a really good video that does well. It's doing the next video, because now you have something to look up to. Now you have something to live up to, if that makes sense. It's like, it's easy to capture lightning in a bottle. It's really hard to do it twice. it's nearly impossible to actually do it twice. You know, the first ones, you know, can do whatever. And you see that with a lot of channels nowadays. Like, a lot of them, they upload this one, like, 30, 40-minute video on, like, agoraphobia. And it hits 1 million views. And then their next video hits, like, 30K views. Because, like, you know, it's hard to keep that consistent. And I thought, for the longest time, and I still feel it, I still have that issue. And I know many of you do, too. You know, you're not YouTubers, but even some of you might be. But that feeling that you don't have any skill, that you were just caught unlucky, that even though the skill you know you do have, it doesn't mean anything because, you know, it's whatever. It's not what actually translates to anything. But I rewatched the Spider-Man video. I watched it a couple times, and there's parts of it where I watch it. I genuinely think that I did that, and that is me. It's not someone else's influence. It's not something that someone else made. It's something that I made, and it's something that I could be proud of. Something that I could look at and be genuinely proud of the thing I made. And like I said earlier, I don't know how to explain that feeling. It's the best feeling that I could have asked for in my entire life. And now that I have it, I don't want to stop. Like, I always thought that when I would have success, I would be like, well, that's it, now I move on. But now it's like, I don't want to stop. I don't want to give up. And I don't think it would be giving up, but it's like, I hear from other people, and they'll know who they are, but I hear they want to retire when they're like 30, right? And like, they want to do YouTube, they want to get a ton of money, and then immediately retire and just live out the rest of the days and forget about it. But that's just not who I am. Like, I know some of you are really excited to hear this, but like, I never want to retire from this. This type of thing has changed my life, and it's creating something and talking about things that I care about and being a creator and oh my god, I hate that word, but an influencer is, I think, important. And not when you do it like a shitbag, like some people that I've seen, but when you genuinely do it, and you do it in a way where you actually impact people in a positive way. Not in a way where you just like, oh, get them to buy a stupid fucking course, but you impact them in a way that you genuinely make their lives better, or you get them to think about things that they've never thought about before. And they see that, and then they translate that into their own life. I think that is what's most important. I don't think that just creating a video and making it good and then haha, people laugh at it, I don't think that that's what's most important. It's not to me. I care more about making an impact. And because I've seen that little bits. Like, I've heard some people have told me, and if they're watching this, they know exactly who they are, but I've had people tell me that my videos have brought them out of a dark place and have made them feel better about themselves. Which, I don't know if that's an insult to me or not, but, but made them feel better and allow them to push forwards onto the next day. And I think about that sometimes, and I get teary-eyed because I never thought I could do something like that. I made stupid fucking Rivals videos, and I think now more than ever I can actually make an impact. But I remember being a kid and being very depressed. I was bullied like crazy as a kid, and I didn't know how to stand up for myself, and I didn't want to be alive anymore. I can't say the real thing because YouTube, but I didn't want to be here anymore. But videos like Vanoss and Old Sunday, not current Sunday, have really brought me out of that. And especially fucking Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, and all of them. Like, they thought that was what I was raised on. And I know, some people may feel old hearing that. But that's who changed my life. Those are the people that raised me up, and I genuinely made me feel better about such a dark day. And knowing that I've now done that for other people, I don't know how to feel. And I don't mean that in a negative way. Again, I don't know how to feel. Like, I don't. There's nothing I can say to really drive it home. Besides that, I don't know how to feel about that. I never thought that I could be the person to make an impact on someone else's life. And I'm pretty sure there's tons of people here who's like, oh, you made an impact, and that's great. But I never believed that I could do that. I make stupid videos about stuff. But now, I feel like I can do that. Especially talking about grief in Spider-Man. That's something that actually, that impacted me. That made me feel, what's the word? That made me feel, I don't want to say fulfilled. I kind of did. But that made me feel like I actually had a genuine connection with my audience and that I could be real with you guys. And I think I want to keep doing that. I want to be real with you guys. I want to talk about things that are hard, and then immediately talk about how hot goth women are. But I think at the end of the day, talking about these hard subjects, these subjects that people don't want to talk about, I think it's important, because when we face those things, I think we can come out better people. And I finally feel like making the content that I'm making now, that I could finally do that. And I can matter to some people. Because at the end of the day, that's all I want. It's all I want to do at the end of the day is just matter to people. And I'm trying really hard to ignore these fucking idiots. But at the end of the day, I want to matter. I want to make an impact on people. I want people to look at me or look at my content, because you guys ain't seeing my face. I want people to look at my content and come out of it either feeling better or just feeling something. Because I think nowadays, too often, we watch videos for purely entertainment. And then we finish them, and then we move on, because they didn't do anything. They were just like, oh, haha, that was, I guess, fun to watch. And then you move on, and then you're done. Because at the end of the day, that's it. There you go. There was nothing else to do. That was, you watched a random video. Good job. But it's like, that's not who I want to be anymore. It was easier making the content. I could upload every 2 weeks and blah, blah, blah. That's still the plan. I did write that down. I want to talk about that. I have editors now. Some people, I'm just trying to get them into my own flow. We're trying to become an oiled machine, so to say. And oh shit, they got cows. We're trying to become a well-oiled machine, and the goal is to upload every 2 weeks, twice a month. Kind of like focusing more on the old videos, kind of that style. So don't worry, that is a goal. We're not, I'm not settling with once a month. I don't think that's true. Or not true. I don't think that's a good enough goal for me. I want to push farther. I want to push harder. And I want to try to upload every 2 weeks. I was trying to figure out how to phrase that. I almost said every 2 months, but that would be wrong. What's more important, I think, is just right now, I want to focus on the quality of my current videos, and I want to keep that consistent. And then I want to start uploading those types of quality videos faster. And then once I do that, then I can start focusing on doing crazier shit, like more 3D animations, like fully like cool title cards, that type of shit. The Spider-Man video was kind of just a kind of testing ground for the title card shit. I think it works really well, especially the story one. I think the story section of the video has a lot of impact. And going forward, I want to do more stuff like that. I want to make you guys feel stuff. I want to feel stuff while I make these videos. I don't want to be like, oh, video's done, whatever. I hope it gets views and I hope it gives me money. No, making this video, uploading this video has been one of the best feelings of my entire life. And I've drunk Baja Blast. Well, I mean, a close second, but still, it's what I care about now. You guys are not going to see Rivals videos. I'm sorry if that's what you're here for. I apologize if you want to leave and you don't care about what I'm making now, by all means. But I hope you don't. I hope you care about what I'm making now. I hope you're here for me and not just the game. But if you are, I completely understand. I have no issue with that. Hell, I've done that. I've left a couple of communities just because I switched up, but that's fine. I don't blame any of you if you want to leave because of that. But for right now, there's the future. The future is I'm going to be making videos about games that I care about. I'm going to be making some will be obscure, some you'll know as soon as you see the thumbnail. But I think if I want to be who I've always wanted to be, I need to make this change. And I need to make stuff that I could look back on and be proud of it. And look back and see that I made an impact on people. Because reading these comments of this video that I've uploaded has genuinely made me tear up. Because I see the impact. I genuinely see the impact I'm seeing on it. And I see the people that care about this stuff. And it's so impactful, not just to me, dude. Like, I've never thought that could be me, and now it is. And I'm not going to keep rehashing the same subject, but it's really changed me and changed how I look on this. And I thank every single one of you every single day for showing up and giving me the support that sometimes I feel like I don't deserve, but I'm starting to believe that I do. And that's all I care about, is I want to make stuff that you guys enjoy. I want to make stuff that you guys can feel. And I want to make stuff that you guys can watch, genuinely watch, not, put on a second monitor, and actually give a shit about, and feel like that it was a good product that you enjoyed. That being said, that's all I need to say in the future. I think, yeah. Oh, also, I plan on streaming a lot. I plan to. Keyword, I didn't say I will. But I want to. I'll try to. I want to try and start, when I record videos, I want to stream that. I think that's the easiest way to consistently stream. And that is now it. And now, at the end here, I'm going to ask random questions. I think that's a fun thing to do for me. I just want to do that because I'm not going to answer them anywhere else, besides a certain thing that might be coming soon. My first question is, how long does it take me to make a video if I'm locked in? I don't know because I'm never locked in. I'm being honest, I have really bad ADHD. That is a big reason I've hired editors, because if you have really bad ADHD and you have a problem getting tasks done, just hire someone else who doesn't have it and who does get tasks done. That's my best business advice I could give you today. In all seriousness, I think if I lock in and I actually genuinely stop slacking off like a fucking idiot, which I have been doing, I will not lie, I could get these videos down. I can get them out every 2 weeks. I think that's very fair. If I had a full team, maybe every week, but I would still have to record the game and script, which would just be a nightmare. But I think if I'm making tens of thousands of dollars, yeah, I'll try to shoot it for every week. But for right now, every 2 weeks is the end goal, and I think I could do it. But I still need my time to fucking decompress. I'm being real. These videos take a lot out of me. Not in like they're hard to make and I hate making them, but I'm just like, dude, they take so much. They take scripting and writing, and they take writing and fucking voicing over, and take planning and editing that I still have to do. I still have to oversee all the editors too. It's a whole process, guys. You know, I don't want to, you know, sometimes I need a break, but I'm trying to take less breaks. I'm trying to lock in more. I'm trying to stop slacking off, which I have been doing a lot, and I apologize for that. You know, I don't want to be that type of guy, but going forward, that's the plan. And I think that's all I have to say on that. But yeah, if I'm locked in, I could get it done in about 2 weeks. Locking in, though, requires like a lot of extra work. It's like, you know, I don't think burning myself out is a good strategy, especially when I'm just starting to get traction for stuff I care about. Next one is my least favorite movie I've ever watched. That is a good question. I honestly, least favorite movie, a movie that I hated watching. Oh, that's a good answer, but I don't think I want to say that one. I'm gonna have to think for a second on that. My first obvious jerk answer is like the Netflix Death Note, because obviously, but I'm trying to think of a movie I genuinely hated watching. Man of Steel. I fucking hate that movie. Do not get me... Oh my god, that movie did irreparable damage to Superman's character. Holy shit. BVS even more, honestly. And Justice League maybe a little more. But holy shit, Man of Steel did irreparable damage. It's a fun movie to look at. Like, yeah, it's fun to watch. But if you actually care about the character of Superman as much as fucking I do, that movie sucks. It has sauce, don't get me wrong. But from a purely, like, caring about the character standpoint, yeah, fuck that movie. That and Venom 2018. I watch that movie at least once a month because it is fun to watch, but I literally have to, every time I do it, I have to turn my brain off and forget about all the fucking inconsistent shit that they're just brutally butchering Venom's character. You know, I have to constantly forget about all that. Ooh, a big pool. But those are two I would say, because I care about these characters. Venom, my favorite Marvel character. Superman, my favorite character, period. But I would say those would have to be my two least favorite. Obviously, there's worse movies I've watched, but I cannot think of them because, you know, they were terrible and I didn't want to watch them, if that makes sense. Someone said, I'm curious as to what games you enjoy playing to decompress yourself in between videos. I don't really decompress myself in between videos. I only do it for a couple, like, seconds. Not literally, but you know what I mean. I usually just jump to the next video. But while I decompress myself, what games I play to decompress myself, period, like if I'm recording or editing or something, like in the middle of making a video, is I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Rogue. I even bought more of the Assassin's Creed games. I bought Unity and Syndicate to also play. So I plan on doing that. But recently, I've been playing a shit ton of Warframe. A little too much, honestly. It could be labeled as an addiction. But that's what I've been playing mostly recently to actually, like, kind of decompress and relax while I think about what I want to do next. And it's a good game. You haven't played it, you should play it. Add me. I don't care. And also someone asked, 500K or dinner with Jay-Z. Now, this is a very important question because, you know, don't be stupid. Everyone's like, oh, I want to check dinner with Jay-Z. Also, side note, I just fixed my headphones. The audio's been coming out mainly to the left, and I just fixed it randomly, and I actually feel so good. Side note, over. People were like, oh, Jay-Z could tell you how to make even more than 500K. No, he fucking couldn't. No, he could not. He barely knows how he made over 500 fucking K. He knows how he made like 6 billion because he had like 100 million to start with after he fucking did whatever he did randomly. He can't tell you how to do that. He can tell you how he made a lot of money. But you are not Jay-Z. You are some random guy or girl, I don't discriminate, from some random place. You are not Jay-Z. If he tells you how he made money, you cannot just magically do that and make money. Because most likely it was music, and I doubt you're gonna make fucking music and magically blow up like JD did. Jay-Z. Take the 500K, you fucking idiot. Next one. My favorite color is pink. Next one. What's a game you've always wanted to play but never got around to playing? And another game that you tried to get into but never could. A game that I've always wanted to play but kind of never got around to playing was the, I think off the top of my head, was the Guardians of the Galaxy game. I still really want to play that. I don't know, I keep losing time. And I just keep, like, stop getting time to do it. And it's like, I don't know, it's hard. You know, I've wanted to play that. Because I know it's really good. I've heard it's really good. It's kind of underground. But that's one I've really been looking forward to playing. And a game that I tried to get into but never could. Games like Sea of Thieves were hard for me to get into. Never really found my footing in that. What else is a game that I've tried to get into, but I couldn't? Oh, Fallout. The Fallout series. I love Fallout. I fucking love Fallout. But it's so hard for me to play them. They're just so slow to me. But I love, like, the lore, and I love the characters. Especially the show really got me into it again. But I'm just like, dude, maybe New Vegas. I tried to play New Vegas. Nope. Maybe if I, like, dedicated myself to playing it, I was like, I want to make a video on New Vegas. But I only make videos on games that I've played before now, and I don't want to like commit to making a New Vegas video, play it for 5 hours, and be like, I don't know what I would talk about. You know what I mean? I'd rather know a game and play it. But besides maybe a Skyrim video, I would play that for the first time. But I honestly say yeah, I would say those two. I tried to get into Fallout New Vegas, I just couldn't. I know it's like the best one, and Obsidian made it, and they're great, but I just there's probably more, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. And another question was, what are my thoughts on the July movie trio? Jurassic World Rebirth, Superman, and Fantastic Four. It's not a trio, it's a duo. Jurassic World Rebirth fucking sucked. I went to see that movie at 12 a.m. because I was like so excited. I saw there was an opening for my theater at 12 a.m. the night before it actually came out and like publicly released. And I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna go watch it. I watched it in Dolby Atmos. I saw the sound treatment, fucking everything. And I was like so fucking excited. I left that theater so disappointed. Not super disappointed, but then I came back home and I talked about it with like Icy and some friends. Dude, the more I talked about it, the angrier I got at the movie because I started piecing together the shitty stuff about that fucking movie. I may make a full video on it, but no, not right now. I don't want to even talk about it because it's going to piss me off even more. Superman was absolute cinema, and I'm so glad we finally have a movie that actually portrays Superman as the fucking character he is and not this fucking super hot, even though David Cornsweet, I would let him do anything to me. Like, just magical fucking super giant perfect dude, and he just beats shit up. That's not fucking Superman. Superman is not... He's cool, but he's not cool. He's not Batman, like, cool. Stop trying to make him like that. If you think that's how Superman would be, all dark and gritty, you're a fucking idiot. I wanted to say the other word, but, you know, I don't want to get demonetized. Even though I'm not monetized on this channel. But still, I don't, you know, that's not what fucking Superman is, and it was perfect. Also, Fantastic Four was great. I'm really excited to see more type of that stuff from the MCU. I'm excited for Wonder Man. Hopefully that's good. It really lived up to the whole Thunderbolts thing, because Thunderbolts was really good. And I love the Fantastic Four. I think they're like my favorite team besides the Justice League. So seeing that movie and seeing that it was done really well, especially Galactus's effects, figuring out those were practical, holy shit, dude, that movie fucks hard. Like, that is a fantastic movie. Oh, holy shit! But I didn't even plan that. But no, it is a genuine good movie, and I was very, very pleased. Also, Naked Gun's really good. Go watch that. My last one, I promise. Last question. Someone wanted to know what made content creation so enticing to you as a job choice. Did you ever think you'd make it as far as you did? The first question, what made it so enticing, was when I was a kid. I saw that people played video games. I saw that they recorded it, uploaded it, and they got money and fame. That was it. Now that I've matured and I'm grown up and I actually have this job, it's really changed. And I think if you want to know my opinion on that, rewind the video to like the first 10 minutes, because that's what I'm talking about. Making an impact on people. Being able to make an impact on tens of thousands of people, close to hundreds of thousands of people, if this trajectory keeps going up like it is now, that I think is more important. Talking about things I care about, making an impact on people, and getting to discuss these things that we care about so much. Because let's be real, for people who actually fucking play games, I'm not talking about you fucking people who buy COD every year and call yourself a gamer. Go fuck yourself. But the people who actually care about this medium and who really do care about it and who it makes an impact on. I think I like discussing about that stuff, and I like talking to those people because I want to be that person who can, not the only one. There's plenty of people. Now I'm friends with most of them, but I want to be one of the people in that space who we can talk about these things that we care about, and we can make an impact on you people, and we can all talk about it. I'd love to talk to you guys about the stuff that I care about more about, and I don't think I got to do that with Rivals because it's just like a multiplayer game. It doesn't have depth. It doesn't have story. But I think moving into this way, and moving into this direction, I could generally start having conversations with you guys about what we care about. We could talk about movies and stuff. Hell, I might even have public chats about it again, but we'll see. But that's what really enticed me. And the second part is that, did you ever think I would make it as far as I did? Fuck no. Hell no. Have you seen the recent views on this fucking shit? How? The fucking Dying Light 2. That video was set up to make like fucking 20k views. That's what we were predicting, right? We were like, okay, first Dying Light video made 30k, but that was like a first video. It's the first game. It's more popular. This Dying Light 2 video, it is longer. It's well edited, and it has heart and soul, but like, the algorithm doesn't give a shit about that. Apparently it fucking does, because what the fuck, dude? Holy shit. I did not think it would do that well. And now Spider-Man is 1 out of 10ing by like 30,000 views. And I think if I refresh the page right now, it'll be at 100k. Actually, let's check that right fucking now. Let's see. Let's see what it's at. Because, fuck it, why not? Let's check real quick. Manage videos. Spider-Man 7 years later. Analytics. Oh, whoop-de-fucking-do. It's at 101k. Like, what the fuck, guys? How? Where's my Word document? I need to be organized. How the fuck? How? I don't know. No, I did not think I would get here. We made this channel, and we were like, oh, we made a fucking stupid Wolverine video, and then it got like 300 views. And then I was like, yeah, I don't think, I think I have some talent. But my manager fucking loved this dude to death. He's the best friend I've ever had. He's pretty much my brother. He saw potential in me, and he's managed YouTube channels before, but he really saw me. We've known each other for years before this. He saw potential in me, and he pushed me. He really pushed me to be who I am now. And I couldn't thank any person on this planet more than him, because it is because of him that I get to sit in front of this blue computer that I fucking wish I knew how to change the color of. Sit in front of this computer every day and talk about things that I genuinely care about, and you people fucking listen to them. I was not planning for this to go anywhere. Even himself, he's managed plenty of shit, and he's worked for really big creators. He said himself, he has never seen this shit before. He's never seen growth like this. Motherfucker, I've seen growth like this, obviously. I've watched documentaries on it from the other channels. I did not think it was fucking possible that I would be one of those people that would actually get this kind of attention and traction. I'm thankful for it every fucking day. I generally wake up and I feel like I'm living in a dream la la land, and any day I'm gonna wake up and it's not gonna be real, because there's no possible conceivable way that this is real. Because y'all are psychopaths because of the support you've given me. And I couldn't be happier, I couldn't be more thankful, and I couldn't have asked for a better community that I love more. With that being said, Thank you for watching. Do the YouTuber stuff. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to my main channel. I'm going to be streaming more. Subscribe to my Twitch. I won't link it. Go to my Discord. Stop being lazy. Go to my main channel. You'll find it there. You know, don't be lazy. It's in the Discord, whatever. I do need to put it on public stuff. Whatever. I love you guys, and I'll see you again. I'm going to try to upload here more often, but we'll see about that. You know, I love making promises I can't keep. Bye-bye.